the liquid around this racetrack and aerate it at the same time. And of course, we have to then go to the clarifier and return our activated sludge back to the basin. This is a photo of some oxidation ditches. I chose this photo because it actually has both types of mechanical aerators. On the right, we have 4 vertical turbine aerators. In the ditches on the left, we have 6 horizontal brush aerators. Obviously, 2 different phases of development of a plant and expansion that occurred. Quick summary. Activated sludge is the most common secondary biological process used in wastewater treatment. It includes an aerated tank and a clarifier following, and the sludge that settles in the clarifier is recycled back into the aeration basin to increase the amount of microorganisms to treat the wastewater. We talked about some treatment parameters that measure the effectiveness of the treatment process. Those were BOD, biochemical oxygen demand. You remember that's the amount of oxygen that's used up in breaking down that organic material. And then TSS, which is just a measure of the particulate solids in the wastewater. We talked about some important operating parameters. Mixed liquor suspended solids, that's just a measurement of the concentration of solids in the aeration basin. The dissolved oxygen concentration is critical to good growth of the microorganisms. The hydraulic retention time is important to give the microorganisms time to break down the waste. The solids retention time is important to make sure we have enough microorganisms in the system. And finally, the food to mass ratio is just a measure of how many microorganisms we have versus their food supply. And we have to keep those in the right balance. I mentioned a couple types of activated sludge systems. We have diffused air systems, which can be coarse bubble or fine bubble, and can accommodate basically any tank shape you want, because you can simply put the diffusers on the floor. You can have a very odd shaped tank sitting in a corner of a wastewater treatment plant. If you want to expand your plant, you can put diffused air in the bottom of that and use it as an aeration basin. The other kind is mechanical surface aeration, which is less expensive typically in power cost, but it's most often used in an oxidation ditch type of a design. With that, I thank you and have a good day.